This video got me for so many reasons, namely because I have a son who is almost 13 years old, okay? In this day and age, it is hard enough to get into a good college. It's hard enough to gainfully get employed at a young age of 22. So what happens when these poor kids, they don't even know that they don't have a shot before they've actually even gone out into the world and tried. So my thing is, okay, it said 1 in 10, that is astounding, will be victims. 1 in 10 children will be victims of identity theft.
Imagine a 5th grader who is already bankrupt, or a 16-year-old in debt for houses and cars. Thieves have a new target, and we learned tonight that 1 in 10 American children is the victim of identity theft. 1 in 10. And as ABC's Pierre Thomas tells us, it can be years before parents realize it.
Olivia McNamara was starting her freshman year at Vanderbilt University, and like so many 18-year-olds, applying for her first credit card. That's when the nightmare started. Olivia's credit applications were rejected twice. Someone had stolen her identity when she was 9 years old. They had years to run up $1.5 million in debt.
I can't even describe it. It's just really shocking, and we just had no idea.
The thieves created more than 42 accounts, defaulting on all of them.
They took loans out on boats and houses and everything.
Olivia's still working to clear her credit. It may take her months, if not years, to start fresh. A new report estimates that a staggering 1 in 10 American children are victims with no clue it's happening. Criminals hack home computers looking for tax forms with the Social Security numbers of children. They've also stolen identities from hospitals, child welfare agencies, even schools.
We see children who have had this crime begin at as early as age, 5 months old, and then it goes on for years.
Thieves stole 11-year-old Brianna's Social Security number and ran up more than $132,000 in debt, buying a car and a house. Using 8-year-old Bradley's ID, crooks took out 2 student loans and got 5 credit cards. Total damage, $19,200.
The problem is large and growing. And part of the problem is it's generally undetected and undetectable.
Undetected because thieves use false names and addresses repeatedly, simply opening new accounts after they default. So what can parents do to protect their children? The most important thing, tell your children never to give out their Social Security number without your permission, and make sure you check your child's credit periodically, no matter how young.
I have 3 nieces, a son, there's extended family all over the place. One of them will be a victim. I have certainly monitored my son's credit. No one's tried to identify or, steal his identity, but it really, really terrifies me that it is so easy. There was a store, they bought millions of dollars on one child's identity. How was that not detected? How did that go undetected? That poor girl went to apply for credit cards for school, which I had to do as well at 18, and I would have been out of luck, just completely out of luck if that had happened to me. But millions of dollars, bought boats and everything, no one caught me. So it means a great deal to me because my son's future is already at stake because of the way the world is now. So we add to the list, okay, he's going to be millions of dollars in debt possibly in the near future before he can even get a start. So tack on student loans and all kinds of stuff like that, and he might as well change his name and move to a different country is pretty much where he's going to be at. So it scares me. It really, really terrifies me. People should pay attention to this stuff. Knowledge is power. If you don't know, you can't fix it. If you don't know that a problem exists, you can't look for a solution. You can't even, if there is somebody out there that is spending years taking your identity, stealing all of your financial freedom before you even have financial freedom at the age of 18, there's nothing you can do at that point. It's so important. Parents have to be vigilant about this. If they're not, then they can't do any more for their children than the banker could do for the gentleman that was pronounced dead that really wasn't pronounced dead. So, I mean, it's a vicious cycle, and it has to end, but if no one's paying attention and no one's looking, how are we ever gonna know until it's too late? It's just that simple. Okay, first of all, I heard something in the video that actually kind of got me, because they said something about making sure a child doesn't give their social security number out. Okay, I don't know why a child should know their social security number by heart. There might be certain circumstances, of course. I'm sure there are, so you know, that's not gospel. But with the way technology is and the way kids use technology and parents use it, some parents, not judging, might use it as devices to keep their children occupied at certain times. You never know what a child's doing up there. So if a child already knows their social and they're playing just a game, Fortnite for example, and the person asks for their social, they're not gonna care. They're just gonna be like, oh, okay, I'm getting a new skin. And yes, I know the term skin for Fortnite because, again, I have a son. But they don't think that way. They're not taught the cause and effect of that. It's too big for them to fathom. So, first of all, I'm not going to give my son his social security number until I absolutely have to. So far, I don't need to, and he's almost 13. So I'm gonna eliminate that risk right there. Second of all, I'm gonna find a way to look into it and make sure that he's safe.
Hey, thanks for coming to our channel and thanks for watching this video. If you like what you saw,
hit the subscribe button.
And if you like what you saw, definitely share it with somebody else that could use that information. Why?
Questions, comments, concerns, anything, put them down. Put them down.
We will answer each and every one of them, and we will try not to be